Hi, I'm Edward C. Tracey, and I want to welcome you to edwardctracy.com, a new political, conservative, social, and fiscal website that will cover issues from local politics and religion. We'll cover statewide issues, national issues, the presidential race. We'll cover controversial issues also, like why Islam ruled by Sharia law is not good for America, not good for any state in America. We will get into local sports issues, and when we see heroes, we'll talk about things like the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. We'll talk about local boards of elections and government authorities. We'll offer ideas. We'll exchange ideas, and I hope that you'll join the website and become a member. And membership is free. And until we reach our first 10,000 members, then we'll go from there. But right now, in the initial webcast, I just want to invite you all, welcome you all, and tell you that we're going to have invite guests, and we're going to have very good interviews with local politicians, with local boards and authorities. We will be present at local meetings that we feel are important for the citizens of this county and this state and this country to know about. We'll also have direct links to other websites and informative things, from weather channels to Fox News to whatever is important in the day, and we'll try to bring that to you as we grow. I want to let you know that, as you can probably tell with this initial video webcast, that this is something new for me, but I've been at this political game for a long time, and 34 years as a Republican, since 18 years old, born and raised in New Bedford, Massachusetts, attended Catholic schools from kindergarten through 12th grade. I feel that I've had a lot of different jobs in my life, but logistics has been my main career for 25 years, and been from the boardroom to the dock, so have had a lot of interaction with a lot of people. Also served as an elected official in New Bedford, Massachusetts on the New Bedford City Council, city of about 100,000 people, and we had a lot of controversial issues. I was chairman of the ordinance committee on that city council. I was also chairman of water and sewer committee. So amongst boards of survey, member of the finance committee, board of survey, and other committees of the city council. So I've got a background that varies from the boardroom to, the blue collar work. I've worked as a laborer. I've held a union card, all the way to as an executive with national companies. So I think this gives me a unique perspective. I now attend a Baptist church. I'm on the board of the South Rockdale Civic Association here in Rockdale County. I'm also the president of the local Rockdale Newton Fellowship of Christian Athletes Board. We hope to bring the gospel through coaches to the kids in our school systems. We've seen the change in their lives when we just have an opportunity to share Jesus Christ's message with them, and how God just loves them and is just sitting there waiting for them to find out what their purpose in life is all about. Love sports and love politics, love religion, and I just want to let you know this is an open forum, but it's going to have a conservative message. A message starting with our Pilgrim founders, through our founding fathers of this great nation, all the way to the Republican principles that we go by today. One of the misnomers we'll address in this country is the separation of church and state. I think that's an important discussion we need to have, because the Barry Lynd's of the world have lied to the American people, and we need to set the record straight. And programs like Glenn Beck and Rush Limbaugh and others are addressing these, but we want to really get into nuts and bolts of our founding fathers and what their expectations were. I've got a quote that I want to read. It was from George Washington. He said, "Government is not reason, it is not eloquence, it is force. Like fire, it is dangerous servant and a fearful master." And that's something that people in this country need to remember, that government is not the solution to our problems. We are the solution to our problems. And government is there to protect us from enemies, foreign and domestic. And beyond that, they play a very minor role in our lives. And we need to turn the clock back to a time when government was smaller and more mobile, and American citizens could dream and think big and create business, be entrepreneurs, and not be afraid of making wealth and creating jobs for people. It's not the job of the government to do that. We have a situation right now in our country where the government's fighting, and 2.1 million employees of the government, which is a bloated-sized government, but nonetheless is 2.1 million employees of the federal government right now that could be laid off. And what people don't realize is if that happens, the effects on the banking industry, the effects on small businesses where these people spend their money, it's going to affect everyone in this country, one form or another. The private contractors who build ships and do all kinds of things across this land are going to be affected. Their families are going to be affected. Some people already have one member of their family laid off and depend on their employment of their spouse or the government. And if you have two people laid off, people are going to start defaulting on their mortgages and all kinds of things. We need to send a message to Congress to say we need the government to be reduced, but we need it reduced thoughtfully, and we need them to cut trillions of dollars out of the budget. But if the Republicans can win little victories over time, reducing billions here and hundreds of billions there, without shutting the government down, that would be the best way to do it. So, again, welcome to edwardctracy.com. I hope you will come join. Send me your videos. Right now we've got a series being posted that I'm posting videos being sent in by contributors about Sharia law and the bad effect it's having. We can't be a country with two sets of laws. Our laws were established by canon law. Our laws were established by the laws of Moses. And we're a Judeo-Christian nation. 3 Supreme Courts all the way up and through 1897 declared this country a Christian nation. That's another big issue we'll get into. And we're not going to let the atheists and libertarians steal our founding fathers' dream. John Adams said that his generation paid a huge price to have liberty and freedom for this country, and he hopes that we also would cherish that price that they paid, and that we would contribute to keeping us a free country, free of tyranny and oppression. And so I hope that we get that message across. I hope you'll invite your friends, again, to edwardctracy.com. Thank you and have a blessed day.